Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm super excited because we are taking our 2019 Xdiavel S down to the Dyno in Camarillo to Jett Tunning. We're going to be finding out how much horsepower this bad boy makes in stock trim, and then we can start adding gorgeous parts to this motorcycle. So I hope you guys are excited. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Okay, so as I mentioned, heading down to Camarillo, Jett Tunning, gonna throw this bad boy in the dyno. Also excited because I just ordered all of our parts from Manny at Moto Million. They are again gonna be at the sponsor for the build series, and I sent him a huge list of all the parts that I wanted, and he went and looked everything up, and he messaged me back and he's like, hey, just so you know, the retail price of all of the parts that you wanted for this bike, $20,000. This thing is going to be absolutely insane. It already looks amazing just in stock trim, but $25,000 for the bike, $20,000 for the parts, and you throw in a couple thousand for labor, you're looking at a $50,000 custom Xdiavel when we're done. If you don't know, this is our next project, the build series, so we give away motorcycles here on this channel. Anyone who supports the project on Patreon is entered to win them when we're done. You can always check it out, the first link in the description below. The thing that's special about this build series is not only are we giving away this custom Xdiavel here in the US, it's also our first ever worldwide motorcycle giveaway, which means I'll have a second grand prize, and the winner of that, I will actually buy you a motorcycle anywhere in the world, whatever country you're in, a motorcycle of your choice. Again, details on how you can be entered to win this bike or the second grand prize, the first link in the description below. Let's start this bad boy up, give you a little sound of the exhaust. Again, that stock exhaust is going to be getting replaced actually in the next episode. So I am very excited. Give you a little rev here, this bad boy. So if you can hear those little pops and crackles, they're going to be so heightened when we put on the full titanium exhaust system. Oh, this puppy is going to roar. I am so damn excited for this. So yeah, I'm actually really curious to see what this makes stock horsepower. Ducati claims 157 horsepower to the crank. You lose about 12% to the wheel. So dynos measure horsepower to the wheel. So my guess would be somewhere around 130, 135, somewhere in that range, similar to the 959 if you saw our first build series. So yeah, let's hop on this bad boy, head down the coast, and I'll show you what we're in for. I love Santa Barbara. 65 degrees in the middle of January. Doesn't get any better than this. This bike is so freaking fun, guys. Listen to that. Boom. I wish there was a way to capture it a little bit better. I think once we throw on the new titanium exhaust, it's gonna bring it out a little bit more, and you'll be able to hear that a little bit better on the footage. But I found out they call it the Xdiavel because the engine sounds like a devil, and I thought that's how they actually came up with the name for this bike, which I thought was pretty fitting. Very cool way to name the bike based on the sound of the motor, and I'll tell you what, it does really sound like a devil. And look at that lean angle, guys. Who needs a sport bike, right? If you didn't see her latest video shopping for a new motorcycle, you guys should definitely go check that out. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you think she should get. Actually, she's a little torn. She's thinking about maybe buying a supercar instead. And I don't know, I feel like she should kind of just get both. That way we have bikes we can ride together, and then If we want to go rip around in a supercar or something, that would be a lot of fun too, and start doing some car stuff on the channel. Let me know what you guys think about that. Obviously my channel is always going to be heavily motorcycles, because that's what I love. It's one of my biggest passions, but I have always loved cars as well. I just never really had the money to afford anything, you know, above a CRV, a Honda CRV. So yeah, it would be kind of cool to get into some car stuff, start learning more about cars and sharing more car stuff on the channel. So let me know. As we're driving by a Porsche, a Tesla. I've seen more Teslas in this town, and Range Rovers and freaking Porsches and shit. It's ridiculous. Also, there was something else on my mind I wanted to chat with you guys about. A lot of people were commenting on our last video that, you know, you missed Dyno and the build series wasn't going to be the same, and Trevor didn't seem like he was going to be that entertaining. And I just want to say, of course it's not going to be the same, guys. I mean, Dyno was family, so when we went over there and hung out, it's like hanging out with family. You know, it's a garage, it's at his house, so we could drink beers and just chill out and do our thing, you know. But it's not going to be like that anymore. But the thing is that's just the nature of change. Christine and I did not want to live our lives being stuck indoors for half the year and not being able to ride bikes. Here, I mean, it's year round. I can ride my motorcycle and I can ride these bikes for you guys, and it's just such a better experience for us. But also keep in mind, Trevor's job is not to entertain you guys. He's not a YouTube personality. That's my job. And honestly, I was really sick for about 2 weeks, and so my content hasn't been that good. But now I'm starting to feel better. We're starting to get settled in with our house. We're starting to get furniture and everything unloaded. We haven't even unpacked yet, you know. We just moved across the country, so there's been a lot going on behind the scenes that, you know, just isn't fun or worth sharing. But you know, the content's going to improve as I get to know Carlin better and his father better. You know, he's a Ducati master technician. That's what he does. He was just doing a first service. It's not really that exciting, you know. Once we start getting into the customizing the bike and putting on exhaust and stripping the tank of the paint and, you know, doing all the custom stuff, it's going to be a lot more fun. And, you know, just give it some time, guys. You know, give it, you know, I hope that you stay with me and you watch my content because of me and the content that we're creating. You know, I mean, we miss Dyno too, but it's just what it is. He'll come out and visit, and he has his own channel and stuff. He's going through his own stuff in life right now. So even if we were home, honestly, we wouldn't have been able to continue doing builds with Dyno anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. I just hope that you guys stick with me, give it a chance. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming to this channel, even aside from motorcycles. So I'm excited for what we have, the opportunities that we have out here. And I hope that you guys are too. I mean, look at this. Any day I can just hop on my bike and go ride and see shit like this and share it with you guys, people all over the world. So anyway, I do appreciate your feedback, and that's one of the reasons why I read all the comments and try to respond to as many people as I can. I care about my audience. You know, you guys are the ones that make all of our lifestyle possible and everything that we do possible. So, you know, that's why I take the time to answer thousands and thousands of comments and messages and everything like that. So anywho, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my ride, and I'll chat with you guys when we get down there. All right, so we have arrived at Jett Tunning in Camarillo. I think I gotta make some adjustments here to the traction control and stuff. I'm pretty sure you want all of that off. Let's see, we want engine on high, traction control we want off. Yep, memorize that shit. And then ABS I don't think matters, but we'll just turn that off too. All right, so John, this is John. He is going to be taking care of today. We got the fatty up on the dyno. We're going to make sure the traction control settings and everything are off, because he said sometimes they reset when you turn it off. And then we're just doing power and torque. We don't need air fuel or anything like that today. So we're going to get some stock numbers and stay tuned. so there's the horsepower numbers. I'm not sure how well you guys can see it on the screen, but I'll just tell you the best run we had was 140.5 horsepower, and that was at 83 foot-pounds of torque. Ducati claims, like I said, 157 horsepower and 90 foot-pounds of torque, but that's to the crank, so obviously that's not going to be to the wheel. It's going to be a little bit different. Those are baseline numbers before we do any customization for this bad boy. First thing we're going to be doing is the exhaust. Actually sounded pretty good in here. I thought I was pretty impressed. But yeah, I'm happy with those numbers. 140 horsepower on a cruiser. Not too bad. Thank you, John, for your help, and I'm sure we'll see you in the future.
Yes.
So yeah, there you go, guys. 140 horsepower, 83 foot-pounds of torque on our bone stock 2019 Ducati Xdiavel S. I'm very happy with that. That's about 10 more horsepower than I thought we would make. I think by the time we do our full titanium exhaust, a high flow filter, the racing up map, carbon wheels, we should add about 10 more horsepower to this bad boy, which would put it around 150 horsepower. And if we strip off another 30 to 40 pounds, this thing is going to be a beast. I mean, it already is a monster. So we're going to be surprising some supercars and some sport bikes on the road when we pull up next to red lights on them. Also, huge shout out to John from Jett Tunning. If you're in the Southern California area and need tuning done, definitely give him a call. Great guy, super easy to work with, knows what he's doing. And yeah, I had a blast. So again, if you guys would like to help support and make these build series possible and be entered to win custom motorcycles, head on over to the Patreon page. It's always the first link in the description below. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more, and man, I'm gonna enjoy this beautiful ride home. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.